Well, alrighty, fellas. Good morning, good morning. How are we doing? What's up? What's up? Welcome to PokeMMO Stream Recap 150, which is absolutely nuts. I think this is day 22 or day 23 if so. Day 23 of PokeMMO Official Shiny Wars, the first official Shiny Wars to ever be held in PokeMMO. Basically, the Super Bowl of shiny hunting, where players are going crazy, spending monstrous amounts of Pokeyen, and working very hard to get as many shinies as they possibly can. Cryogonal has been the spot of choice. It's been some of the best points per 10 hours, or effective points essentially, over here in Twist Mountain. So players have camped up, set up camp, living their lives over here in Twist Mountain. I'm gonna hop over to channel 4. That's where generally a lot of Team Mr. members are, as we can see a lot of teammates here. What's up, fellas? I am dry once again. My last hunt was 112,000 encounters dry, and now I'm once again at 31k dry with a 1 out of 27k base rate due to being on donor status the entire time. That's okay, it happens. However, I am tied with Rehaul. The shiny leaderboard actually updated itself. If you don't know, there's a website called PokeMMO Zone. There's a cat meowing in the background. Apologies if you can hear him. He's very cute, so it's okay. There's a website called PokeMMO Zone that is actually starting and beginning to track people's shiny leaderboards. So if you want to check it out, I aggressively recommend it. Me and Rehaul right now are tied at 35 shinies apiece, tied at 79th in the world for quantity of shinies. It doesn't totally encapsulate everything to do with shinies. You know, it's only quantity and not quality. If someone had 28 shinies, for example, that'd be way more impressive than my, 35 total shinies, for example. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to continue, try to break that streak, try to hopefully surpass my fellow content creator and friend Rehaul, and that just gives me that extra little push of motivation. So we'll see what we can do today. Thank you guys for watching. If you ever watch these for background content, make sure to like them. It helps out a ton with the algorithm. If not, feel free to dislike, and I'll see you guys with some more interesting topics going on in PokeMMO. Someone said how to be in the leaderboard. That is a great question. So the way the leaderboard is compiled, from my understanding, is that it scrapes information and data from the PokeMMO forums, specifically from teams' shiny showcases. So all you need to do is be in pretty much any team within PokeMMO, and as long as that team has a shiny showcase on the forums, which will be any large or any serious shiny hunting team, you'll be on the leaderboards. You should be on the leaderboards, or should be added in due time. I think there are over, I can actually go check really quick and double check on the website, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people on the leaderboard now. If I scroll down, there is 1,200 people, 1,282 people on the leaderboard. That's really good in my opinion. If you aren't on the leaderboard and your team doesn't have a shiny showcase, they can go ahead and go create one. Even if you have 0 shinies, there's a few people on here with 0 shinies. So yeah, that's amazing. Well, the fact that this person has already added 1,300 people on the leaderboard, it's just getting started. It's a massive deal, man. A shiny leaderboard for PokeMMO could be game-changing in terms of motivation and in terms of the seriousness in which people take it, you know? All right, chat. I think today is the day of the believers. With this kind of setup, our shiny luck will go through the moon, okay? Surely this will be a 100% chance of shiny Pokemon today. This is a great question, and hidden ability access stuff is super confusing, so clarifying specific things like this whenever possible is always fantastic. Thank you for asking this question. Someone said, hey, I have a Crocodile with hidden ability Anger Point. If I change its ability to Moxie, will it lose its hidden ability unlock and become normal? No, that's a great question. So if you have a Crocodile, right? A Crocodile with the hidden ability gem, right? Hidden ability access. You can always change a Pokemon with hidden ability to a different ability, and you'll keep the gem, so you can always change it back if you so choose. Let's actually see if I can find hidden ability access, and then let's do has ability Moxie. Let's see if there's one that I can show you. Yeah, so there's actually like a bunch on the GTL. So all of these people are people who you know, it's a hidden ability access Crocodile, but all of these people used a ability pill to change the ability on that Pokemon, which costs like 35k or so from a breeding thing. That's a really good question. How come your Pokeyen never reduces even though you shunt all the time? Oh my goodness, Vibe, my brother in the PokeMMO Guides. My man, I started this event with like 45 mil cash. Dude, my Pokeyen stack has been demolished. And that's even after, like, I stocked up on donor statuses, charms, Leppas, eggs, like... Dude, I have spent like probably 60 to 80 mil in the first 23 days of Shiny Wars, like probably easily. I sold off so many investments, so we saw my cash stack go down and then back up and down and then back up. I've probably spent 60 to 80. I spent a lot, dude. My cash stack has been, you pay the price being a dirty little shunter like this. 32,000 encounters, by the way, looking pretty clean on the number counter. All right, we are currently buying an Incada box, boys, which means later on today, I'd have to buy a charm, but I could prep these and do some Shedinja hunting today. If I wanted like 135 Shedinja encounters, we can do that, boys. This Reddit post, it is kind of sad, and I feel for the player, but it's almost like comical to me. It's kind of funny. So this is a new player. He was like, hey, this player stole my Pokemon and left. So somebody scammed this guy. This is 541 upvotes on the PokeMMO Reddit. That's a monstrous amount. That's a lot for the PokeMMO Reddit. That's crazy. I'll even upvote. We're using it for content. Okay. So here we go from start to finish. So he finds this guy, Shigeka, in game. And he rejects his trade request. He says like everything okay question mark. He says give best trade. And then he was like, what do you mean? Let me zoom in on this. What do you mean give best trade? And this, he just listens. This is like unbelievably like low tier levels of scam. Now scamming is wrong, and I'm not trying to victim blame, right? But like at least this guy got scammed early, number one, early on. And at least in PokeMMO, because the devs will ban people for scamming, and he has the logs. This guy will probably get banned. Like you do get banned for scamming. Like at least it happened in this game, but like this is so funny. What do you mean best trade, bro? Give me back my Pokemon. Like I do battle with Gary and I give back, bro. Give back my Pokemon. Like he just actually traded him his best Pokemon. And just expected it to be okay? Heck W? I don't know, like, this is so funny. What Pokemon are you egg hunting? I'm egg hunting a massive collage of different Pokemon at this point. I found out / decided during my Cranidos hunt that essentially I don't actually enjoy egging for one Pokemon until I get it. I figured this out during my Cranidos hunt, during my 32,000 encounters. Egging for one species is really mind-numbing because you're basically just doing something until you get the thing, versus like with 50-50 horde splits like Cubchoo and Trigonal, there's like a little bit of variance, a little bit of RNG. It's more freeing and more interesting in my opinion to leave things up a little bit like that. And then so I egg like Rotom, Porygon, Alola, and Audino are some big four, but honestly, outside of Shiny Wars, those are all tier 0 mons. Outside of Shiny Wars, I egg a lot more things like Charmanders, Squirtles, Bulbasaurs. Like, I really egg almost any egg shiny that I like, I egg all at the same time. Because I like the idea of when I see that egg hatching animation, like, oh shit, like, what's it gonna be? That on top of the rare shunt makes it a lot more exciting for me. Hey, what's the best multiplayer function in PokeMMO? Since my buddy and me are playing through the game, the storyline together, is there an aspect to do it together? I'm going to be totally honest with you. That might be one of the things that PokeMMO is lacking on a little bit, is cooperative content like that. Really, the only cooperative content you have is things that you do yourself or make up yourself, like soul locks, which are like Nuzlocks where you're tied to each other and your Pokemon. Or you can do Battle Frontier. You can do Battle Frontier together. That's like a piece of in-game content that you can do together with a friend, which is very, very cool. You can do 2 vs 2 PvP, I believe, as well. And then once raids come out, we'll have that as a multiplayer thing. But there's not really too much aside from challenges you implement yourself, like soul locks, like I said, or even things like what I see a lot of players do. I think the best way to easily interact with your friends, right, is just play through the storyline and then have the goal of after every single gym, fight each other. I think it really changes the way you play the storyline, and it really changes the way you may build your Pokemon, the stats you may put. Maybe you'll EV train, maybe you'll put a lot more effort into your Pokemon if you battle your friend after each and every gym badge and sort of have like a little friendly, you're almost like he's an extra rival in the storyline for you, you know? I mean, think about it, to be fair, like, if you just imagine you just connected your Game Boys back in traditional Pokemon and you could play multiplayer. You couldn't really do anything cooperative with each other anyway. Like, it's not like theoretically, right? Like, PokeMMO very much is trying to stick to a traditional Pokemon format and trying to stick to the traditional Pokemon games. but with ease of trading and ease of PvP, you can always right-click your friend and challenge them and stuff like that. So it's a sandbox game. I always try to remind, I think a lot of people don't think of PokeMMO as a sandbox game, but it is a sandbox game in my personal opinion. And I think thinking of it like that and using the content in-game to make your own challenges and make your own fun is what a lot of the enjoyment and creativity of the game is. Yo, Patrouski, I hope you don't mind me asking, but I heard you had to redo your shiny only challenge because there was a chance that your account was shiny locked because you didn't make any storyline progress and had to start over again. If I ever do a shiny only playthrough, should I at least have one region beat on the character? Yes, exactly. It sucked because shiny lock was one of those things that really only affects... I would bet my life savings that shiny lock has affected 5 or less legitimate players in its existence, and one of them was me, one of them was Epoch, and then another YouTuber, and I'm guessing 2 randoms that I don't know about. But shiny lock should only happen if you are make a new account, don't make any storyline progress, and then run back and forth on Route 1 for like 40 hours minimum. Like, you have to do a lot of things to a lot of things to have that happen. It is a thing in place to stop bots from making new accounts, farming for shinies, and then selling them, and selling the account, etc., etc. So it's a bot measurement. It's very unlikely that you'll ever get triggered for that. But if you want to do that challenge, if you want to do the shiny only challenge, it is very important. And now we know this thanks to that attempt. It's very important that you do one region, complete that region, and then go to the region you actually want to do the challenge in there, and then you should be fine. If you make any storyline progress, you should never be locked, like anything like that. Like, shiny lock shouldn't affect almost anybody, but it was a massive fear mongering where all these players were all of a sudden like, oh my god, it's true, I'm shiny locked because I've hunted for 200 hours and I've gotten no shiny. Like, no. Like, don't let your it's human paranoia, and I get it. It affects everybody, right? Shinies only feel real once you get them, but try to control it. Just shiny hunt. Wish you the best of luck. And if you want to do the shiny only challenge, yeah, complete a region first and then start the challenge in the second region, getting rid of all your previous Pokemon items and yen, etc. Hey Pat, if you were to design a mechanic to add to PokeMMO that would be a method to make Pokeyen, what would that mechanic be? It'd probably just be Poke Scrolls. I did a long, in-depth video for those who haven't seen it on a mechanic that I developed from scratch called Poke Scrolls. I shouldn't say developed, just created. You know, I didn't really code it or anything like that, but Poke Scrolls I think would be a really interesting concept in PokeMMO and could have some really good ramifications on endgame content, creating more diverse ways to play the game and giving you reason to go actually explore the world and do things you wouldn't normally do, which I think is very, very cool. Other than that, this is going to sound a little weird / funny. I like the idea because there's nothing like this in PokeMMO anymore, and there used to be. I would be open to, and this is in terms, so I'm thinking about like more like grinding money making method versus like an active one like Poke Scrolls. I like the idea of like a delivery system in PokeMMO. Like, imagine you would go talk to a quest, and they would, or go talk to an NPC, and they would give you a quest, or it'd be like fetch quests, unironically, which would not be very fun for a lot of people. I would like it, honestly. A way to grind, where you go talk to an NPC, and he either says, hey, go catch 5 Magikarps and come back to me. You go do that and come back. Or, I like the idea of a bike route way to make money. So one NPC says, hey, go talk to this, go deliver this letter to my grandfather or some shit, right? Go bike, and if you fly, it like quits the quest. I think that could be really interesting. There's something really interesting there. Almost kind of like, maybe kind of like mahogany homes or construction homes in old school RuneScape, but not, it's kind of different. But I like the idea of just running around and having that ability to, like, we don't really have any Slayer quests. Well, kind of, not the biking thing at all, but for the fetch quests in general, for catching Pokemon, sure. I like the idea of just straight up, because we don't really have any incentive or any reason to like bike or travel around for Pokeyen, right? So much of PokeMMO is sitting in one spot and running back and forth, or sitting in one spot and fishing, or sitting in one spot and doing something, right? I kind of like the idea of like there's no reason to bike back and forth. And this game used to be called PokeMMO back in 2013, because the main way to make money, breed, bring Pokemon to the game, etc., was getting a bunch of eggs from breeding, when it didn't consume Pokemon, and just bike up and down to hatch the eggs. Now it just takes, it's a time hatch, right? So I kind of miss bike MMO, and I think there's probably a way to implement a bike-based money-making method or a bike-based grind that could be fun. engageable or semi-AFK. I like the idea of certain semi-AFK grinds. We don't really have that many AFK grinds aside from Payday. And when I say AFK grinds, I'm using like the RuneScape definition of AFK, not actually away from keyboard, but AFK basically means I can I can like play a different game or watch a different thing and do that grind, which you can do with most things in PokeMMO, to be fair. But not that many money makers as much. You can, but you can't. You get in a rhythm of it, like catching dittos and stuff like that. I don't know, whatever. But I like the idea of a biking-based thing, I guess, is what I'll leave it on. A movement-based moneymaker would be kind of interesting. I was hoping you would say that. Now take that concept and apply it to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon's Guild Quest Board. That's what we're planning to add to Pokeforce. I'm really excited for Pokeforce because they get to do so many things that PokeMMO doesn't want to do, which is totally neither is right or wrong, neither is better. It's just different, right? PokeMMO wants to stick to the traditional Pokemon format in a lot of ways, and this cat wants to meow behind me a lot, so feel free to just, I don't know, it's cute, okay? Deal with it. But Pokeforce is not afraid. Pokeforce is not trying to stick to traditional Pokemon. They're okay with doing crazy things and MMO things and weird things and adding skills to the game, making it more like Stardew Valley. And like Pokeforce wants to do everything, which I'm really excited for. The only concern is time and energy and how much they can actually get coded in time. Now, I know that they've been hiring a ton of people, though, or at least getting help. I don't know if hiring is the right word. I don't think Pokeforce people are paid, because obviously it's a very, very small operation. There's no revenue. How could they pay people, right? But they are not afraid about hiring people, which I really like and is really brave. It could backfire a little bit, but I think it's optimistic, and I like that. I like that a lot. PokeMMO is really cagey about hiring because they had their code stolen once. They're really cagey about hiring people. They don't want to do it. I think it's really Pokeforce and PokeMMO are just going to be polar opposites, and I'm really excited to see how they coexist or what happens with that. So hopefully Pokeforce comes out whenever it can, but I definitely would rather have a late launch and a better game than a rush launch. It would be cool if the Pokenav was implemented, like random trainers would call you for a rebattle, and if you get to them within 5 minutes and rebattle them successfully, they have a especially hard team with higher Pokeyen payout and a chance at a dropped item. I love everything about that. I don't have anything to add. I have no critique. That sounds fucking rad. Who stole their code? I don't know exactly. I don't want to name exact names. I mean, I don't anyway, but it was either someone who worked on Poke1 or Pro, I believe. So if you actually type Poke1 in game, it changes it to PokeMMO. And I don't think that's the case for Pokemon Revolution Online. Okay, to be fair, it does it to both, which is very funny. So Pokemon Revolution Online and Poke1 both changed to Pokemon. So I don't know. Good little fun little meme to know about. There's a Pheno here for anybody missing. If you're missing Drillbur in your Pokedex, this is the time to come get it, guys. This is the time. Come check it out. This is what it looks like. I never get a chance to show these on streams. What it looks like. Oh shit! Did this just This just happened 1 minute ago. Dude, congrats, Perel. He just hatched this. Dude, congrats. Shiny Absol. That's your favorite, Chris. Fuck. Dude, Shiny Absol is beautiful. Congratulations. Let me give him a big ol' GZ. Dude, that's so sick. That is such a sick egg shiny to see. Absol and PokeMMO. That's amazing, dude. Nice. It has Blizzard. What? Why does his, what the fuck? Why has Absol no Blizzard? What? That's crazy. Is it an egg move? Is that why does he get egg moves on it? Huh. That's crazy. Dude, holy shit. Perel said that it took him, look at this, 82,438 eggs. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish that. If my mom was killed, I wouldn't wish that upon that murderer. That's insane. That is too painful for anyone to. That's ridiculous. 17 months? Did it actually take him 17 months? Fuck. Dude, that's so insane. Congrats to him. Yeah, this could actually be the food take of the day. My wife typed in Twitch chat, hey, I'm going to Trader Joe's. Do you want anything from there? I'm not a huge Trader Joe's fan. I think it's super overrated, but there's a few, that's like kind of why you go. There's a few things that are really good that you can't get anywhere else. There is a cheese. If you're a cheese and crackers girl or guy, which I wasn't for a long time until I found this cheese, and it really converted me. It's an apricot, apricot Stilton is what it's called. Apricot white Stilton cheese. Let's see if I can get it up. It is, this shit is good. If you like a sweet, fruity cheese, which does not sound good to a lot of people, but it sounds amazing to me. I really like sweet, fruity things. I don't love cheese generally. I'll get it up on stream here in a sec, but I can't recommend this cheese enough. I think it is super... I think it's delicious. I think it has it crumbles. That's one of the only negatives, is that it crumbles really easily. So you kind of have to cut it or factor that in. But this white Stilton with apricots. I don't know what the fuck a Stilton cheese is. Literally no clue. But this is delicious. This is amazing. And my cat agrees. Surely this has to raise my shiny luck, right, guys? If the other cams raise it, this has got to be like peak shiny luck. Him like under my little crevice, under my monitor. This is 100 times shiny luck, right? I'm super boosted odds right now. This is so funny. PokeMMO needs to implement a punishment system for going dry on shunts. Once a player hits 30,000 encounters without a shiny, their rate should be increased by 15,000 every 30k. The opposite of a pity system. That's amazing. Absolutely true and real. Very in favor of this update based. I wish there was an extra slot in your bag and you could favorite items that would appear in that slot. I actually like a star slot here that you would like put in the front, and then also the fact that we can't drag these icons and like sort them the way we can on our PC. The PokeMMO bag needs a rehaul. I think that's been like talked about a lot recently. There's a couple UIs that could use some support, like having to sort for or look for. We have a search thing obviously, but like even if let's say I want like a mysterious ball, and that's decently easy, but like I don't know, it's tough. Like you can't always look for exactly what you're looking for super quickly and easily. And I kind of do wish I wish you could sort your bag more and have customization. I think so much about playing MMOs is having customization and control over your UI, because you play MMOs for thousands of hours. You look at the screen for so long. Having control over your screen is really important, honestly. Like RuneScape 3, I didn't play it much, but it had so much customization in terms of its UI. It's like really fucking impressive. Yeah, I feel like I actually feel like if you want to see the most amount of glitches in PokeMMO, check the Pokedex. Someone just said, "Hey Pat, I'm completing the Pokedex and my Johto has thrown me off. Why is Love Disc in the Johto Dex if it's not available in the region?" So if you go to a National Dex, obviously you see Love Disc. If you go to National Dex, right? Love Disc, scroll through, there's no Johto locations, right? Okay, that's fine. That's normal. But if you go to the Johto Dex, Johto Pokedex, it shows Love Disc. Doesn't show it in Kanto. It shows Love Disc in the Johto Pokedex, but there's no actual wild location for it. That is really weird. That must just be a glitch. There's a lot of glitches in the Pokedex, honestly. Maybe it is because of swarms. I was gonna say because Porygon, right? Porygon gets swarm encounters, but it doesn't actually tell you that. Like in the Pokedex, if you're a new player, what do you do if you need, like, how do you know? I guess if you'd have to just play the original games, but like, how would you know otherwise that you need to go to the Celadon City Casino to like go buy a Porygon, right? If you're like a totally new player to Pokemon, right? How would you ever know this? It just says in the Pokedex, no wild locations. I would love to see the Pokedex totally rehauled. I feel like it really needs to have updated information. I've talked about this a bunch, but like same with like the Hitmons, right? The Hitmons are on different floors in the Kanto E4, right? So in the Victory Road and the Kanto, like, on different floors, you can find different Hitmons, but in the Pokedex, all it says is Victory Road. So if you need one of these for the Dex or for whatever reason, you don't know which floor you need to go to unless you go talk to some specific player that actually remembers. Like, I know that information, and even I don't know which floors, which ones are on, because I don't remember. Like, why would you remember that piece of, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough. I don't know. I feel like that information should be a little more. We should have more information, even more in the Dex. Wait, am I actually out of eggs? I actually totally lost track. Oh no. Damn. It's not in the eggs, boys. Damn, it always hurts. It never gets easier every time. You lose your copium. Once it's not in the eggs, you lose your copium of it could be in the eggs. You have to face reality, and reality hurts. Damn, boys. No shinies. No shinies today. Or no eggs, I guess. Okay, fellas. My chicken fajita crock pot absolute just collection of delicious food is about to be done in 2 minutes, which means I need to end because I'm too excited to go eat that. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching today's stream. It was split up into 2 parts because we had internet issues and you guys still were amazing and fun and hung out and we're here. So thanks for doing that. Like the stream if you enjoyed it as always. Dislike if you didn't. That's always okay. Subscribe to the channel for videos covering PokeMMO every single day. I love this game. I hope you guys love this game. And I want to love this game together. If you want to go above and beyond and support the content, if it's earned it from you, if it entertained you and helped you enough, going above and beyond via YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations are super important and appreciated, but never needed. There's no pressure. And that's pretty much, have a great day. That's pretty much it. Have a great day. Play PokeMMO. Have fun. I will see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. That really means the world to me, and it means even more worlds to me if you go above and beyond and support my content financially like all of these lovely people have done. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.